Ever wonder how a Christian witch decorates for Christmas? Naturally, she goes to the Christmas tree shop first. I got a little cookie bin that I'm putting these little speculatis in, as well as some other things like a Santa, some more ornaments, and this cute little gnome, as well as a little Santa ornament too. And so I don't have to keep buying them and throwing away, I also did a little DIY advent calendar. But obviously, before you do any decor for the season, you gotta put stuff away first, and I had a bit of a mess here with my little Halloween pillows and my bark heart looking a little funky. If you look close, here's a gift for Nama that I just kind of had there at the time. And naturally, there were just a lot of things that I had gotten accustomed to over the season. My altar, my workspace, all of that. But as the seasons change, so too does the energy in the air, in the house, outside, everywhere. And that means it's time to clean up and also refresh the spaces. Though I'd be lying to you if I told you I like this, because I hate cleaning and I definitely hate having to put things away. But hey, you do what you gotta do, and then you wipe down your altar spaces with holy water and a paper towel, and you keep on trucking. I also like to decorate the TV with some kind of fall decor and other things like that too, so we also have to take all that down. And of course we had to remember all those little knickknacks that just get tucked away over the season. But I gotta say, when you start cleaning like this, you find things that you did not quite realize you lost, so at least there's that. It also takes away that funky energy that gets clustered up in spaces. Like, you can tell when things are wrong because things just feel cramped and uncomfortable and like you can't touch anything. That's how you know you gotta literally take it all apart, wipe it down, and redo it. Otherwise you'll never get rid of that icky feeling. But after a spritz with some holy water, it's time to bust out the frankincense. And let me tell you, this stuff actually does smell exactly like what a Catholic church smells like when you walk in. It is the exact same smell. It is uncanny. But finally, with all our stuff out of the way, it's time to talk about the after decorations. And I have a pine tree outside that kind of acts almost as a house guardian, and I asked for some pine stuff to take off to put with this nativity set. I do this every year. I take some greenery from the tree, I put it around there. I even got a pine cone from the tree this time. And I set it up nice and pretty. And before you ask, yes, behind this is a ton of pine needles from years past that I just cannot get to because it's just tucked away in a corner. That's okay though, it's not that big of a deal. And now this Ukrainian box I had on my autumn altar actually has two smaller boxes inside, and it's those boxes that I like to use for something special right before the nativity. I have a little bit of frankincense, myrrh, and a gold earring that I inherited from my grandmother. These are the three gifts that the three kings brought, and they make the perfect thing to put in this tiny little box. So once I have all those nice and tucked away, it's just simple as putting them before Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and then that's a pretty solid symbol for a Christian witch's Christmas altar. For the rest, of course, you can't go without having a Santa, although this is actually more like Dedik Mraz or Ded Morosh, which I can talk about a little bit later. We've also got an offering bowl that's got some, smudges in it from when I burn things, and I've got my decorative bottles back, my gnome, I've got my little owl that I like to hang up here, and a bunch of other trinkets. This is a good incense holder, actually, that I found. And all the eggs that I just don't like to put away, those really cool Ukrainian eggs, I just stick them in here and it all works out just fine. And for some reason, I just associate this little fox here, this Ukrainian fox, with Christmas, so that goes there too. But there you have it, a full altar. I've also got a candle, some other things, because we are doing a novena to St. Nick this year too. And of course, to replace all that autumn stuff, we got a little fake garland here because I don't want pine needles all over this part of the house. Fake one will do. And then we've got our workspace. This is actually my coffee table, but this is the place that I do most of my readings with and other things like that. And as I am Slovenian and always looking to reconnect with my heritage in any way possible, I do actually hang out a little bit with some of these specifically Slovenian Slavic gods. As such, that dragon picture here makes a lot more sense because right now it's Veles and Matas season. Soon enough it'll be spring and summer again, and Kresnik and Vesna will be back. It was also here that I learned that I never actually took down my spring wreath this whole time, but that's okay because now we got the winter one up. And of course, you got all the other tiny little things too for decor, like the snow fox plate. We've got this little Christmas thing that my dad gave me way long ago. And all those other fun, cozy little things that just make the whole space feel a little bit more Christmassy, even if it's not directly related to all the witchy stuff I do. I'm talking pillows, I'm talking spoon holders, the whole thing. And last but not least, of course, we have the tree. My house is not big enough for a real tree or a big tree, so a fake one that I have to scrungle around it is. But it looks pretty nice, I think. And let me show you some of my favorite ornaments, which is these European style ones, the pickle, ones that my best friend got me, ones I got from Slovenia, and all these other little cute ones that I just adore. In my mind, ornaments should tell a story. They shouldn't all match, they shouldn't all be the same, they should all be from places that you've been and, mark things that you've seen. A lot of these are also ones that I got from my mom when she used to have a smaller tree, so I've got these cute little bears and these Santas and all these other kind of fun things there. But in here is memory and tradition and all kinds of good things, and mix that with the rest of the cute stuff in the house, and we have a cozy, wonderful, magical space that'll last me not just through Christmas, but all throughout the winter. But that's what decorating looks like for me, and if you're interested in more, you can definitely check me out on my other socials, and if you like fantasy, check out my book. See you soon!